Greetings. My name is Johnathan Harris, possibly better known to you as Dr. Zachary Smith of Lost in Space. I want to take this opportunity to thank those of you who have been kind enough to write to me through the years, expressing your approval of my work. I'm very grateful. And to those of you who have written expressing disapproval of my work, well, how dare you? And to those of you who have written making all manner of interesting proposals, oh, how I wish I had accepted them all. However, all is not lost. Continue making the office. When I was hired, I was not in the pilot, you know. I was hired after the pilot had been done. And of course, as Irwin Allen explained to me, he had already a group of actors who were contracted as far as billing was concerned. It would never occur to me to violate any actor's billing because morally and ethically and professionally it's simply not done. However, as I pointed out to Irwin, in this group of lovely actors, because of my stature or status in the industry, I really should have been top of the heap, which was quite impossible because everyone was already contracted. So Irwin said to me, well, what are we going to do about it? And I said, I don't know. I'll go home and think about it. And we hadn't made the deal yet. So I went home and I thought about it, and it came to me, I wonder, special guest star, because I had to be at the end of the crawl, obviously, because everyone was already contracted. Special guest star, Johnathan Harris, every week, I wonder. So I called a friend of mine at NBC who was head of casting, and I said, to your knowledge, has this ever been done? And he said, don't be silly, for a regular member of the cast, of course not. Who would ever do that? I said, I'm going to do it. So then I called Irwin, and I said, I've solved the billing problem. And he said, wow, what? And I told him, he said, don't be silly. It's never been done before. People will think you won't be coming back every week. And I said, trust me. And the rest, as we say, is history. And that was the billing. I was not all that impressed with me because here was this terrible villain, and I was already worried about that, about longevity. Because deep-dyed villainy is not a longevity item to come into your living room or your bedroom every single week. It's hard, it's not very palatable. He was a despicable man, a spy and a snarler, terrible villain. And I said to myself, oh, no, this won't last. It can't last. It's not for me. I have got to introduce other little items like a little comedy, a comedic villain, a sort of a lovable villain, and I began to trick that subliminally, and it worked, which was lovely for me, and I think for the show as well, really.